What's up, World Renowned family? Going to share something real time that just happened to me, for me, with me, and it's going to really talk about the G principle, generate wealth through entrepreneurship, from my book, The Affluent Negro: 7 Principles for Minority Wealth Creation. But here's what happened. Let me say first, the idea is, and the title of this video is Bet on Yourself, my $26,000 offer. And so I am an author now, a coach, like business growth coach specifically, and then keynote speaker, trainer. And so I'm operating in those realms. But for 2 decades, 20 years, I have been a real estate agent, real estate broker, an entrepreneur. Right, the type of individual, the person who bets on themselves every day. So, as an entrepreneur, as a real estate agent, I say you're in one of two positions. Either you are unemployed or you're unemployable. So either one of those. If you're unemployed, you need to get work. If you have work, in a matter of minutes or seconds, with a phone call, email, text message, you are unemployable. So that's why I put that out there. And so the reason is that I start there. I want you to understand where I'm coming from when I talk about this $26,000 offer that I made today, and there's no attachment to the result. And so many of us have heard that the best way, if you were job hunting and job searching, maybe you've heard the easiest way to get a job is to have a job, right? Everyone wants someone who is already off the market, right? Everyone wants that thing that they don't have access to. However, if you don't have the thing, and you might move out of desperation. So one thing that I heard from Fabulous, the rapper, it says that even when you're starving, never move like you're hungry, right? And so I think that's key. So the easiest way to get a job is to have a job. The easiest way to get a thing is to have a thing. And here's why I bring this up, and here's where the G principle, generate wealth through entrepreneurship, comes in. I have been contracted to offer a keynote presentation later this year. And I was contacted today by another event planner who's doing something similar later in the year after the first one. And she just came straight out front. She said, Neil, I saw you on this list for this other event. I'm interested. I don't know much about you other than what I found online. It is good stuff there. And I said, well, if you think that's good, you should wait until you experience the real thing. But then it gets to that part where they don't know me. We haven't worked together. The question is, so Neil, your fee, how does this work? And I said, oh, it's great. You don't owe me anything unless you're pleased with my service, right? Unless you're pleased with what I deliver. Now, I do say you don't owe me anything. That's, of course, we're going to take care of the travel and the hotel. If you can get me there and make sure that I'm comfortable, I just believe in myself enough that when the lights are on, I'm going to execute. I'm going to show up and show out. So the reason I wanted to share this with you is, are you the type of person who's willing to bet on yourself? And so when I say my $26,000 offer, that's my fee for a 45-minute keynote. And that is not a flex, it's just a fact, okay? But being a real estate agent, here's what I know. I could work for weeks or months with a customer or client with no guarantee of income. And so in my head, I was thinking, why don't I do this same thing in the speaker world? Yes, we have speaker agreements and contracts. I get that. But what if I made it incentive based? What if I didn't need a guarantee? What if I only needed an opportunity? Are you so confident in what you offer that you're saying, hey, I just need an opportunity? Give me the opportunity. I'll ensure that I deliver. And if not, I'll take it as practice. So a group of guys, we have this thing where we just say, we just love the reps, right? We just love the reps. We love the practice. So either I'm going to get paid or I'm going to improve. So it's either going to be a paid gig or it's going to be a practice gig. Now, I've been doing this part for almost 15 years, so I have not had a practice gig yet. But the reason I throw this out here, I want you to consider, ask yourself, are you confident enough in the skills and the service that you deliver that you're willing to go on a pay for execution, pay for result, pay for deliverable basis or not? Or do you need that guarantee that says, no, pay me up front? Right? It's a weird thing, right? Of course, I mean, that's sort of like the food industry. Hey, well, when I say food, I'm talking about fast food. So I want you to understand fast food, they want you to pay them before you give them, before they give you the food. In the fine dining establishments, what do they say? We're going to bring our food out. And if something's wrong, we're going to fix it. And so I don't want you to have a fast food mentality when it comes to your service or your deliverable. I want you to be a fine dining establishment. Bet on yourself. Say, you know what? Here is my fee. You can see what you're ordering. But if there's an issue, I don't expect you to pay for what you didn't enjoy. I don't expect you to pay for a thing that did not come out as promised or that met or exceeded your expectations. If you are willing to do that numerous times, I know that then you have the guaranteed income. You will have the retainers on deck. I just chose to go this route because they didn't know me. I want to make them feel comfortable because my job, I realize, is not to be the best. My job is not to blow people's socks off of their feet when I am there presenting. My job is to reduce the risk of an unknown event planner bringing me into an unknown market and them saying, well, what if it's not good? Well, if it's not good, it's going to be entertaining. And plus, I know it's going to be good. And then it also differentiates me from the competitors. I say, we have an agreement. We have this in place within, for this type of gig, within 3 weeks. 3 weeks prior notice, rip it up. We're done. You don't owe me anything. If there was a security, we hold on to that. But retainers, we're good, right? So I want you to bet on yourself. Make your $26,000 offer or whatever it is, and then let them know, I don't get paid until you're so pleased with what I do that you want to cut the check, send the electronic payment, whatever that is. I believe that if you do that, you'll have more work, which means you'll get more work, which means you'll have more work, which means okay, you get the idea. I love you. God loves you. There's nothing you can do about it. Don't be average. Be world renowned. Peace.